Oh, nah, nah, what's my name? Oh, nah, nah, what's my name? Nessa girl, you know what? Some of y'all girls just can't take Rihanna, okay? She performed at the Super Bowl 2 nights ago, and I don't give a good goddamn what y'all say. Mama turned it. Want to talk about it? Here you go. Now y'all know good and damn well I was lying in that intro. Mama ain't turn it per se. She turned up. She turned up at the location, at the date and the time she was supposed to be there. She didn't turn it. She turned up. Nevertheless, y'all, listen. Rihanna did the Super Bowl halftime show, and the internet has been set ablaze because people have mixed reviews. You know, some people are like, "Ooh, it was boring." Some people even went as far as to say it is the worst halftime show to ever be performed. Some people said it fell flat. I'm going to tell y'all something. Me, personally, I enjoyed it. Visually, I think it was excellent. I loved the floating stage. I loved the juxtaposition between the color red and the white dancers. Mama was pregnant, so that added an extra little whatever. Now listen, there are some areas where we can quantifiably say they were not too good, or Rihanna shammed, or she was a little lazy. But all in all, I think y'all, for a Super Bowl performance, that it was a good performance. And y'all don't let me forget to talk about Shirley Rap and Babyface too. But I should have did them first, but since I don't start with Rihanna, I'm gonna keep going. First things first, let's get this out of the way. In having this conversation, please do not mention the name Beyonce. All right? Y'all, we gotta stop doing that. Beyonce is from a whole nother planet. All right? Beyonce ass leaned back in that chair with a belly full of 2 babies and all type of... Listen, Mama come from Mars, all right? Nah, real talk, everybody is not Beyonce and don't have to be. Rihanna is a different type of performer, all right? We're not going to sugarcoat this shit. We are not going to pretend like Rihanna is not a manufactured artist that was made in the lab. She was. People were complaining about the fact that she was lip syncing. She was. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. All that aside, manufactured artists, lip syncing or not, Rihanna is a bad bitch, okay? And anybody who sit up here and say they wasn't moving their shoulder or tapping their head every time she switched songs, you a liar and God ain't in you, because Mama got some hits. And quiet as it's kept, I forgot about all them hits that Rihanna got. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. Rihanna is done with music. Because a lot of people are like, you know, damn, she didn't even come with no lead, with no single. You know, she should have promoted her new single, which would lead to the new album. Y'all ain't getting no new album. Mama done showed up pregnant too. Now, a lot of us thought we was going to get an album before she had the baby. Then we gave her a little grace. Okay, she had this baby. All right, we going to let her get through her postpartum phase. You know, she'll be breastfeeding in the studio, bitch. Nuh-uh. No, Mama was laying it low and spreading it wide. She said she trying to get her family out the way. Mama is worth $1 billion. All right? Now, let's just put things in a little bit of perspective here. This young lady has been touring and performing since she was a teenager. She is now 34. She's been there, done that in her eyes. All right? Not to mention, it is easier for her to sit her ass in her house, in her home office on Zoom calls with the people who are truly running the day-to-day of Fenty and approved color palettes than it is for her to get in the studio and, more importantly, tour the world performing. She don't want to do that no more, y'all. And despite the fact that we want it so bad, we have to respect the fact that Mama is in a different phase of her life now. Mama has enough money where she don't ever have to do anything another day in her life but sit down, enjoy her husband, and enjoy her kids. I think credit also needs to be given to the fact that mama did this Super Bowl pregnant. Now, some will argue she should have turned it down and she didn't have to take the job and nobody told her to get pregnant. And all of those things could possibly be true if you're an insensitive asshole. But who is going to pass up the opportunity to market their company? This was a free commercial. It was a smart business move. Now, I don't know, y'all. I ain't never been pregnant. Well, the 2 times I was, Tony had took me to the chop shop. But they had mama ass affixed, tied, and tandem to that floating stage. And mama said all she gonna do is roll this kiki. She rolled that kiki. She gave you a little body roll to the left, a little body roll to the right. She might have gave it to you to the left one more time, and a half to the right, and a double cha-cha, and a cha-cha this way. That was all y'all was getting. Mama said she was giving you the best that she got. And I'm confused because in 2023, y'all, everything has been done. As far as performances, y'all. Everything has been done. We've had titties pulled out. We've had people fly across the air. I mean, it rained on Prince and he ran the risk of getting electrocuted playing the guitar. It rained on Diana Ross. I mean, there's only but so much you can do that hasn't been done already. And I think the floating stage idea was brilliant. And so for some of y'all that don't know, the floating stage idea was actually birthed out of the fact that there were concerns about the weather and the elements messing up the field for the halftime show. So that is part of the reason why they opted to do the floating stage, y'all. And the synchronization of that floating stage, y'all have got to give credit where credit is due. First of all, my ass would have fucking threw up. My vertigo would have got to acting up. And my fear of heights, you had my ass suspended in the air. Listen, let me see your ass get up there suspended in the air, pregnant and wanting to sing. Bitch, y'all better make me lip sync and put this track on because you probably gonna hear my ass scream, okay? We don't need to have a debate about if she was lip syncing or not because there were portions where when she took the microphone from her mouth and was patting her coochie and smelt it or whatever, the words were still going, okay? All y'all need to know is at one point in time, that lady did sing that song at one point, okay? So she need to get credit because she sang it at some point in her career. Nevertheless, y'all, it was good. I love the homage that she paid to Andre Leon Talley by wearing that jacket. I love sending the message to women that your life does not stop because you have gotten pregnant. You don't have to turn down an opportunity because you have gotten pregnant. And let's normalize the fact that women keep the population going and that we need to be given more grace when we are pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And that just because we're pregnant doesn't mean we're handicapped. All right. I think Cardi B, Beyonce, and Rihanna all three have done a good job on showing just because we're pregnant doesn't mean we need to be tucked away in a corner somewhere and not do something or need to go abort our babies for a career opportunity. So let's give her a little bit of credit for that. The show was entertaining. Okay. Have there been better Super Bowl shows? Absolutely. But let's also keep in mind that better is subjective. It depends on who you're talking to. Now, quantifiably, I do think we can quantify that there have been better Super Bowl shows. But let's not act like this one was bad, all right? This Super Bowl show was not bad, all right? It was not bad. Mama she did her personal best. She did her personal best. And then I have a question for y'all. All right, fine. You didn't want Rihanna or you didn't like it. Who would you have suggested that could have did it? And here is the criteria, y'all. They have to be a crossover artist. They have to have enough celebrity and enough star power to make people even want to watch. They have to be on a Rihanna, Janet, J-Lo, Britney Spears, and she in the mental institution. They have to be on Beyonce. They have to be on that level. Who is left out there? Y'all have had a damn fit if it was Miley Cyrus. Y'all y'all would have had a fit. Okay? I don't know who else would have been out there to do it. So if y'all know better than I do, somebody who has not already did it, drop down in the comments and let us know. Y'all, we got to be careful. Strides in our community, advancement in our community is not going to be made overnight. Now, do I think this Super Bowl partnership with Roc Nation, this NFL partnership with Roc Nation is performative? I do. I think that there is no real change being made at the NFL, and that they are giving us the illusion of inclusion. All right? They are giving us the illusion of inclusion, because the only people making money with this partnership is Jay-Z and Roc Nation. The only thing as a community, as far as I can see, that we're getting is seeing black and brown faces on the screen. But at the end of the day, is seeing a bitch on the TV bettering our lives and advancing us as a people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't take Rihanna performance to the grocery store. I can't reverse my cousin CTE that he got in the NFL with a very low pension after he got cut with Rihanna halftime show. I can't make my cousin Darnell a president or the manager or the owner of a team with Rihanna's halftime show. I can't redistribute the wealth of the NFL to black people with Rihanna's halftime show. So, is it performative? Absolutely. But we still, as a collective, have an obligation to support. Because if we can't even be happy with this, how are we going to be happy with that? And we got to be careful with this complaining spirit of never being satisfied. I need to correct one thing. On Fox Soul, when we did a story talking about how Cheryl Lee Ralph would be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing, I loudly said nobody asked for this, nobody wanted this, and it was very performative, okay? And I still feel that it was very performative, and it's a false and hollow victory. However, I will say, I was down to the bar with a Honda Cosby. I wasn't looking for my forever. I was looking for a little bit of right now. That's neither here nor there, a whole other video. But I was down to the bar with a Honda Cosby when the NFL Super Bowl came on. And I was sitting there talking to my a group of Latin friends, white friends. I was the only black person there at the time. And that nasty red dress came on the screen, baby. Now, she started singing Lift Every Voice and Sing in an arrangement that I couldn't keep up with. But I sat my black ass at the corner of that bar, and I sung that song the best way I remember from the 3rd grade. And every face in that bar turned at me and was looking at me. And I saw them looking at me from this side. And I kept my eyes on the screen like this, and I was singing to y'all. And in their minds, they wanted to know what song was that I was singing. They wanted to know, how did I know the song? And then there's a small kernel in them that caught the scatterbutt about it being the Black National Anthem. So they didn't know whether to ask, whether to be in awe, or whether to just shut up and look. And everybody just chose the latter. They chose to shut up and look. And in that moment, y'all, it made me feel good, because it made me say, you know what? If we not going to be paid fairly, if they going to make all this wealth off our backs, bitch, at least give us a half an acknowledgement that we make this shit go round. Yes. So yes, I take my words back. I eat my words. We need a powerful king or queen standing their ass there every damn Super Bowl to remind their ass, okay, that if it was not for us, black like this, not like this, but like this, okay, that this organization will crumble and fall. Shirley Ralph did that. She did that. I just wish she would have sung it closer to the way we used to sing it in the 3rd grade, but she did that. As far as Babyface concerned, singing America the Beautiful, that was cute too. And I'm not going to complain. They gave the Star Spangled Banner to Chris Stapleton, which I thought was a good look. That's the white people song anyway. It's their song anyway. Now, you know, I also have another question or critique or whatever the case may be. Y'all, you know, equality has to go both ways. And it sucks because oftentimes when you're at the person who's been dealt inequality, it oftentimes sucks when you are being pushed to have to be equal or share despite the fact that you are habitually and perpetually treated with inequality. That being said, y'all, we can't expect every single year for the headlining artist at the Super Bowl to be black. Because politically, that's just going to cause a lot of issues. And it's going to create unnecessary issues. And yes, again, it sucks that we always have to be the example of what being fair looks like. But heavy is the head that wears the crown. It just is what it is. So I would be curious to know who they're going to tap next year to do the Super Bowl. But back to Rihanna. Y'all, the show was not that bad. It wasn't bad at all. It actually was entertaining. So that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Bye.